Hello there. So you've been asked to lead scripture or read scripture during your worship service, and you're having trouble with that. Well, I'd love to work with you on these things. There's a lot of skills we can use to practice, but some of the main ones would be the tenets of voice. So volume and pacing and pronunciation and inflection. So you want to make it sound kind of interesting. So a good idea would be practice. Obviously, practice. Read it multiple times. Make sure you know what you're saying. Make sure you understand it. And then maybe go through it a couple more times and look for places where you can really get interested, really get excited. Now, if you're reading scripture, you want to make it sound more genuine. So not like you're reading it and you're fake, like it's really exciting. Like you want it to be more genuine. This is important stuff. You really care about it. You want to say it important. You want to act like it's important. You want to express it in a way so that your audience will understand its importance and its significance as well. So you use definitely inflection. You want to make your voice sound interested. So notice the best way to show you is the opposite. So monotone is like this, where you have absolutely no inflection in your voice and it sounds really dull and we're all going to sleep. So you want to make it sound more interesting than that. So you spice it up a little bit. You use your voice to like let it go up and down. Again, going for genuine and not just fake. So you want to make it sound interesting. And then once you're done with that and you've played with sort of the inflection, you also want to vary maybe your pacing. So slow it down at times. Or if you're reading really familiar passages, maybe speed it up or say it in a different way. So you act like you're really asking a question. It makes your audience stop and try to understand what you're saying and try to appreciate a scripture in a different way. We're used to hearing things, especially things that are common, in the same way over and over and over again. We want to hear them in different ways. So it makes our mind think. So maybe play with inflection and play with pacing. Maybe play with volume. Can you make your volume either louder or softer at different spots? Can you play with that a little bit? And then definitely pronunciation. So the more times you go through it, you can do a better job at not stumbling over words. One of the keys with scripture, and one of the things that makes people not want to read scripture, is the names and places. Practice them. Trust me when I say it's just important that you sound confident. So if you say a name and you're pretty sure that it's not horribly wrong, go with it. Just say it confidently and stick with it. If you sound confident, they'll buy it. Trust me, nobody else knows these names either. Well, okay, maybe the pastor, but aside from that, most people don't know these names. You get to be the expert. Just say it like you know what you're talking about and move on. So practice the names, practice the places, and maybe, print yourself out a copy of what you're reading and read it a couple of times. Mark it up. Mark those places where you're going to go louder or softer. Mark those places where you're going to make it fast or slow. Mark those places where you can give some more inflection and get more excited about something. Mark them. And then as you're reading, look for things that you can say for a longer period of time. So look for places where you can look up. You don't have to look down. Use your thumbs as guides. So as you're scrolling down, you can make yourself look up and make it more interesting. So you're actually looking up at your audience and giving a pleasant look. If you'd like to work on any of these things, I'd be glad to go through some scriptures with you. I'll even go through whatever you're working on for this coming Sunday, or just a scripture in general. We can definitely work on those. So I would love to work through those. I'm Kristel. Please let me know if I can help you. Thanks.